Ahead on our news weekend, heading back to the negotiating table. Could the standoff between the Bahamas Union of Teachers and the government be coming to an end? We have the latest from BUT president. Plus, former airline executive Captain Randy Butler gets candid about flights to the Family Islands and what he thinks needs to happen. It's a story you'll see just on one station. And later, from just an idea to a cultural phenomenon, I sit down for an exclusive interview with the creative behind The Porch. It's a story you don't want to miss. Our news weekend starts now. This is our news weekend. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Danielle Miller. Days after Bahamas Union of Teachers President Belinda Wilson accused the government of abandoning negotiation, it appears those discussions could resume soon. Wilson sent out a brief statement to hundreds of BUT members on Friday evening to update teachers, saying the government's lead negotiator has confirmed that the government is prepared to return to the table. The union chief adding that those talks will resume on a date, time, and venue that has to be agreed on by both parties. She ended that statement by saying she's contacted possible mediators and will keep members of her union posted. Earlier this week, the veteran unionist claimed the Davis administration backed away from ongoing industrial agreement negotiations, a claim education officials have denied. Now on to the crime beat. The country's murder count climbing this afternoon after a man was fatally shot in the Chippingham area. There were few details released about the deadly crime, but here's what we do know. The reported shooting happened after 1 p.m. The victim was reportedly taken to hospital by private vehicle, where he later died. And continuing on the crime beat, a teen is in hot water tonight after police say he was allegedly caught on camera pointing a fake gun at a young girl. Officers from the Wolf Road police station arrested the 14-year-old boy near Ober Alley. And here's why. Police reported shortly after 10:20 Saturday night, they got a 911 call from a woman who said her niece sent her a video of a young man wearing a black mask and black shirt pointing what looked like a gun at her. Officers responded to the home where they met the juvenile victim, who recounted the terrifying ordeal. She said around 8 that night, the 14-year-old walked up to her outside her home, carrying what she thought was a gun. The frightened girl says she ran inside but was followed by the suspect. And that's when she began recording the incident. After telling him to leave several times, he eventually did, with another male she knew. Both suspects ran from the scene. After a search of the area, officers were able to find the 14-year-old. He eventually led them to a nearby garbage bin where they were able to recover the black imitation gun. 9 Haitians, a Colombian and a Jamaican, recently facing immigration-related charges in a magistrate's court. The group appeared before Senior Magistrate Kendra Kelly Burrows in Court Number 10, where they were convicted of charges ranging from overstaying, illegal landing, and knowingly attempting to mislead an immigration officer. The individuals received fines ranging from $300 to $3,000 and sentences ranging from 1 month to 18 months behind bars. Once the fines are paid and the sentences completed, they will be transferred to the Department of Immigration for deportation. Weeks after that Independence Day tragedy, the conversation continues surrounding Family Island airlift. On July 10th, a Flamingo airplane crashed as it approached the runway in Andros, killing all 10 people on board. Among them, members of the Pond Band, a popular DJ, 3 Androsians, and a pilot. The incident renewing calls for consistent air travel to the Family Islands. Former Sky Bahamas owner Randy Butler says, while it's essential, some things need to be put in place.
When you do a risk analysis like the Bahamas, you should look at the company that is most at risk, and that's Bahamas Air. You're having more flight there, you're toting more people. So let's make sure our safety, aviation oversight system, as per ICAO document 9734, that we are having surveillance of the industry after it's been certified, and we have a resolution of safety issues, and that the safety system that is required to be in place is working.
The crash has also caused many to second-guess the aviation industry, whether it be chartered flights or bigger established airlines. But Butler says it's up to those in charge to restore public trust and reinforce laws that already exist.
Aviation is safe. Flying airplanes that are properly certified. And the thing that we look at, that we have a system of oversight in the Bahamas where aircrafts are being looked at, where the flight operations are being looked at, where personal licensing in terms of pilots and maintenance is being looked at. I say we can have confidence once we know, and that's what we should have seen here with the civil aviation, really stepping forward to show that we have adequate oversight.
When Our News Weekend comes back from the break, Alive celebrates turning 10 with a campaign that's focused on celebrating its loyal customers. The details coming up when Our News Weekend returns.
A Sure Win is open 24/7.
You can now top up your AssureWin account anytime online with the online deposit option on AssureWin.com.
Or via any convenient SunCash ATM. Just click the AssureWin selection.
It's quick, easy, and always open. AssureWin online. What's your game?
Lotto, casino, or sportsbook.
Win big. It's a sure win.
Quick, easy, and always open. A Sure Win online.
For 38 years, Struckham Commercial Pest Services has provided trained certified technicians while using environmentally safe industry standard products. Pests can devastate your business. Together, we will ensure adequate sanitation standards and safe pest exclusion methods. Uncontrolled pest problems lead to significant financial loss due to food contamination, business disruption, and stock waste. Struckham provides detailed solutions protecting your business and reputation. Struckham, #1 in pest control services.
Craving pizza? Marco's Pizza has you covered. For a limited time, get our delicious large one-topping pizza for just $10. Carry out only. That's right, just $10 for cheesy, melty goodness with your favorite topping. Perfect for any time. Hurry into your nearest Marco's Pizza. This deal is available at participating locations only. Don't miss out on the flavor you love for a price you'll adore. Marco's Pizza, always magnifico.
Welcome back to Our News Weekend. A decade ago, Alive entered the Bahamian mobile market, breaking the monopoly in the local telecommunications industry. Formed in June 2016, it officially launched its commercial mobile services and welcomed its first customers on November 11th that year. To celebrate the milestone, they're showing appreciation to the people who've kept them in business with a month-long campaign that will reward lucky customers with cash, travel, prizes, and a brand new car. This weekend, Alive held its Summerfest event at Southwest Plaza as a part of that campaign. Communications and brand manager Kendino Knoll says it was all about showing the company's gratitude.
We'll continue to celebrate just the innovation that Alive has brought to the market. To tell you a little bit more about the campaign itself, though, the campaign is built for more. And even the shirts that we've got depict that, built for more decades of innovation, because Alive has been an innovative brand from the beginning. In addition to that, we've had customers who believed in that innovation, and they have remained loyal to us by virtue of us bringing them the technology that keeps them connected.
Now, Saturday's event at Southwest Plaza isn't the end of Alive's 10-year celebrations. CBL's Senior Communication Coordinator Taja Longley says there's a lot more to come.
So today is actually just one day in a campaign that we are running until the end of August 31st. Of course, at the end of August, our customers also have the opportunity to drive away in a brand new 2026 Toyota Raze. And all our customers have to do for that is to simply go into their My Alive app. If you're an Alive customer, turn on your auto renew. If you're an Alive Fiber customer, go into the Alive Fiber TV app, turn on your auto renew. If you watch our news or you haven't watched our news, like, subscribe, engage with their digital content, and you are entered to win. So we're making it very, very easy. And we also have weekly prizes in addition to our grand prize at the end of the August period.
Here's an interesting story, a piece of Bahamian sports history recently brought back to life. Tonight, we have a special story where a local designer and decorator restores a historic piece of memorabilia found in the most unlikely of places. He tells our Joshua Williams it was more than a labor of love.
Kazimu Kazi Ellis is known widely for his decorative work, whether it's his creative independence tributes or the thousands of light bulbs hung around the island during the Christmas season. But this time, he had a unique project. He says while clearing out an old container he purchased, he came across an important part of history.
And I started to read said plaque. And lo and behold, it was the original plaque from the Andre Rogers Baseball Stadium, which was then dedicated by the Prime Minister, Sir Lyndon Oscar Pinland. And I was like, I have a piece of history in front of me, and I can't just let it go to the dumps.
So Kazi went to work. He took the plaque home and worked hard to restore it to its original glory.
There are 475 characters on said plaque, and each one of them about probably a quarter of an inch in height. So I used a Dremel tool, and I had to basically sand each letter and each character. I had to bring in an airbrush guy to basically match the paint of the background, because of course it was discolored, rust was all over it, but whatever was resting on it had the rust drained on top of it and all that, so I had to soak it for a while.
Despite the long process, Kazi says it's become a passion project.
When I saw it, the first thing came to mind was I have to give it back to the country. This is not something I can put in my collection. As you can see, I'm a collector.
The Andre Rogers Baseball Stadium was opened back in 2022 in its current location. But did you know that the original stadium was located where the current Thomas A. Robinson Track and Field Stadium is located? That facility was demolished later on. Now, the seasoned decorator says one day he hopes to see the plaque hanging up at the current facility.
I hope they put it somewhere of prestige where the children of the baseball players of the day could, look at it and take note and, see what the possibilities are endless and what you could do and what you could achieve.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Joshua Williams.
Jonquil Jones plays in the WNBA All-Star game, and the Bahamas girls soccer team hits the pitch for the second straight day. Don't go anywhere. Our Sports Weekend is up next.
You or a loved one currently under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home health care supplier. Our compassionate team is committed to patients and their loved ones. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept all major insurance. With 2 locations to serve you, at Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street, we also ship to the Family Islands. Visit us on Facebook or call Ports at 377-1771.
Hey, you see Paradise Games out of new casino?
What you mean new casino? You mean like new games?
Yes, babe. Brand new games. You ain't never see these yet. Check this. It's right under casino.
Oh, casino tree. But these are hot, eh?
I'm showing you. Paradise come up with all kind of games.
Man, I need to go slap something on my account, man.
I might as well top up one time. Roll!
Paradise Games, where every spin is a chance to win. Paradise Games reminds you to please game responsibly.
Good evening, happy Sunday. Welcome to Our Sports Weekend. I'm Tej Adderley. When it comes to accolades, Jonquil Jones may be the best pure hooper our country has ever produced. Last night, she played in a 6th WNBA All-Star game. Let's see how she did. JJ is your 2026 WNBA All-Star Game MVP. The 6'6" center from Grand Bahama had herself a night, scoring 22 points, grabbing 13 rebounds, and dishing out 8 assists, all off the bench, to lead her squad, Team Teresa Witherspoon, in all 3 categories to power them to a 129-122 win over Team Cynthia Cooper. Her points came on 8 of 17 shooting, and she showed her range all game long, making 4 of her 11 three-point attempts. She was also a perfect 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Alicia Gray had 19 points, and Caitlin Clark chipped in 17 points as well. Kelsey Mitchell had a game-high 28 points for Team Coop. This MVP is the latest in an increasingly compelling Hall of Fame case for JJ. In her 10 seasons in the league, she's won Most Improved Player, 6th Woman of the Year, made the All-Star team 6 times, she's been All-WNBA First or Second Team 5 times, and All-Defense First or Second Team 4 times as well, and she doesn't seem close to being done yet. And she'll return to regular season action on Tuesday when her Liberty takes on the LA Sparks. We're going to move things over to the pitch to see how the national girls soccer team did yesterday. The Bahamas played their hearts out yesterday. Dueling tournament points leader came into a 1-1 stalemate in the 2026 Girls U15 Beach Soccer Cup at the Roscoe A. Davies Field. Paris Saunders scored the lone goal for the Bahamas, while Sandy Sanchez scored for Cayman. Cayman may have previously beaten Grenada 7-0, but they had no answers yesterday for the Bahamas stout defense. Our girls pulled themselves together, turned around, and beat Grenada 2-0 in last night's game as well. Amira Annos had a brace, providing all of the team's offense. The tournament is a marathon and not a sprint. So after playing 2 matches yesterday, our girls had to get up this morning and play Bermuda, who they fell to 4-1. Paris Saunders was also the lone goal scorer for the Bahamas in that one. And some more results from RALD. Yesterday morning, Bermuda beat Grenada 7-0, and TCI played the USVI to a 3-3 draw. And then last night, Bermuda and TCI had a 0-0 draw, and Cayman squeaked by the USVI 1-0. And this morning, Cayman beat TCI 3-0, and the USVI beat Grenada 7-0. And they're about to play the U.S. Virgin Islands in a couple of minutes, so if you can get out to the game, take your flags and your cowbells and go cheer our girls on. We are all done with sports for the evening for our sports weekend. I'm Tage Adderley. I'll see you next weekend.
And if I can add to Tage's rally call, bring your horns as well. On the other side of this break, it's been a wet weekend, but will the rainy weather last? Meteorologist Ian McKinsey is in the Weather Center to help prepare you for the work week ahead. Plus, in tonight's arts and entertainment segment, I sit down with a creator behind the porch to talk about how the brand began as an idea and blossomed into a cultural movement. Stick with us.
Comfort Suites Paradise Island is the best kept secret in the Bahamas. Located directly next door to the Atlantis Resort, you'll receive all the privileges of an Atlantis guest with all the benefits of a Comfort Suite stay. Enjoy everything Atlantis has to offer, including Aquaventure Water Park, plus all the amenities of Comfort Suites. Free Wi-Fi, free breakfast daily, and kids stay, play, and eat free. Visit ComfortSuitesPI.com.
Bing bang bing. Bing bang bing. Bing bing bang. Bang bang bang. Bing bang bing. Bing bang bing. Bing bing bang. Bang bang bang. Bing bang bing. Bang bang. Bing bang bing. Bing bang bing. Bing bing bang.
Like, what are you grabbing all these pizzas, boy?
Wait, Marcos, wait. We have a special on all the large 1 topping pizzas, wait.
Pineapple.
All.
Pumpkin.
All. Hey, that included, but
I need the $10 special place.
How many would you like?
20 in it. Thank you so much, man. $10, that's it. The Marcos got that deal, boy.
Atlantic hurricane season is here, and now is the time to get prepared. Join me, Jasmine Brown, along with meteorologist Greg Thompson for a crucial half hour that could save your life. We'll dive into everything you need to know to stay safe and informed this season, the latest predictions, storm tracking models, and essential tips. This isn't just another show, it's your lifeline to weathering the storm. Storm Navigator on RTV.
Welcome back. This is our new Sunday edition. We're preparing for what's going to be a start of a rainy work week, so walk with your umbrellas at least through Tuesday. Intermittent clouds on the outside with a temperature 86, feels like at 93, winds from the south at 7 miles per hour. Across the northwest Bahamas, 87s in Freeport as well as Great Harbor Key, 86 in Nicholstown, the capital, Governor Saba and Marsh Harbor, Abaco, 85 in Allenstown, Bimini. Central Bahamas, 87s continuing across Kemps Bay as well as Black Point, 84 in Georgetown, 86s in Deadman's Key, Port Nelson and Arthurstown, Kid Island under rain, cool temperatures, 85 in Coburn Town, San Salvador. Southeast Bahamas, 85 in Duncantown, 87s across Colonel Hill and Abraham's Bay as well as Matthewtown in Agua, a pair of 86s in Delectable Bay and Providenciales, Turks and Caicos. Saturday in the radar composite at this time, we have streaming moisture all associated with a stall out frontal boundary across central to portions of southern Florida. This will continue to keep an unsettled weather pattern across the northwest and portions of the extreme northern Bahamas, and even dipping into portions of the central Bahamas into Tuesday. Tracking the tropics at this time, there are no active systems out there. There are a few active waves, however, they will continue to move towards the west, posing no threat and no chance of tropical cyclone formation during the next 7 days. Taking a look at our boating forecast across the northwest Bahamas, those winds will be southerly, and that will advect some heat across us, 10 to 15 knots seas, 2 to 4 feet, low tide at 1:20 a.m. tomorrow morning, high tide at 7 a.m. tomorrow. Central and southeast Bahamas, there's a slight to moderate risk of rip currents, winds easterly at 10 to 15, gusting higher in times, seas 2 to 4 feet over the ocean. Here's a look now at your national forecast. In your extended forecast, showers continuing Monday, tapering off through Tuesday into the midweek. We see drier conditions, all courtesy of some Saharan dust. Showers return to the area by Friday, gradually clearing out by the end of the week, early next week. Those high temperatures slightly low. We're looking at upper 80s, folks. Low 90s, all courtesy of the cloud cover. But the overnight temperatures still very hot and humid, upper 70s, low 80s. That's a wrap in evening forecast. Make it a great, safe, productive week, everyone.
Thank you, Ian. The Bahamas is celebrating a big win tonight in the beauty world. 13-year-old Amina Lockhart has captured the crown as Top Model World 2026. And as our Evelyn Ferguson tells us, her journey from the local stage to the international spotlight shows just how far Bahamian talent can go.
At just 13 years old, Amina Lockhart has already made history on the international stage in Bogota, Colombia. Her latest win is a proud moment for the Bahamas. Backed by her mom, Deanne Bain, pageant coach Deborah Dixon, and dance coach Natasha Fines, she's been training since age 4 at Pulse Dance Studio, where her passion for dance and modeling began. Now, she's bringing that dedication to the world stage, and she shared how it felt in that moment.
I heard my name being called as Top Model 2026. I was completely blown away, like out of this world. I did not expect myself to get Top Model, and I was super proud of myself that I was able to bring this title back home to the Bahamas.
That excitement is matched by the lessons she's learned along the way. Amina says staying true to yourself is what makes the journey worthwhile.
And always focus. Your mind has to be in that certain area, and you have to think. You have to focus. You have to be you. Don't put on this fake mask. Be yourself.
And those lessons are opening doors, from opportunities to further her career abroad to auditions with global entertainment giants. Amina's hard work is paving the way for what comes next.
A scholarship to Broadway, New York, and then the other one is a scholarship to audition in front of Disney, Nickelodeon, and Netflix.
And Amina's victory is also sparking calls for the nation to pay closer attention to the many gifts our young people carry. Her mother, Deanne Bain, is urging the country to think bigger about how we celebrate and elevate talent across the Bahamas. Here's what she had to say.
What is in place to now take these children to the international stage. So we just need, the support is needed from the country to now we need to have a broader focus on different talents, not only talents versus like basketball and swimming and track and field. No, these are actual talents. There are actual dancers out there, models out there, speakers out there. So I think we need to come together and put things in place for not just one setting, but for all the settings, so all kids can enjoy and so we can expose our talents even more.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Evelyn Ferguson.
Great story, Evelyn, and congratulations, Amina. If you've recently attended a homecoming or regatta or any local event, you may have noticed attendees sporting tops featuring the colorful words, The Porch. The logo is also gaining traction on social media with content from its page, attracting over 100,000 viewers. But what exactly is The Porch? I've got the answer in tonight's Arts and Entertainment segment.
It stemmed from my trip to China last year, September, and I was able to share my culture with many other persons, world leaders. And I was like, my Bahamian culture is amazing. Dare I say the best. So when I say I came back home and I say, man, we need to promote it. We need to uplift it. We need to make sure our own people appreciate what we have. Now, I hope you had a wonderful day. I know you had a wonderful day.
With this idea in mind, The Porch was established and officially introduced to the public in February of this year. The digital series is filmed on Selena's porch and features interviews with several Bahamian artists. However, the recording location was not the premise for the name.
I feel like the porch is the safest place ever. You come barefoot on the porch. You come have a drink on the porch. Good news, bad news, and everything in between is told on the porch.
She then brought in the brand's reach by attending and traveling to local events such as regattas and homecomings, engaging with patrons about their experience, interviewing talent, and sharing performance highlights. Her content exceeding 100,000 views. Selena describes this success as a childhood dream, explaining she possessed a profound intuition that she would eventually find herself in this role.
My daddy, on Saturdays, it was strictly Bahamian music. We used to listen to this Island 102.9. I know if you remember that radio station. Shout out to the Carters. And Mr. Charles Carter, he had a show called Bahamians. And he used to say, these are Bahamians. And I say, man, daddy, when I grow up, I could be on that show. And he could say that about me and all that. Hey, can you give us a little taste?
Here in reference to that show, I'm sure brought back a lot of nostalgic memories for a lot of you, including myself. And yes, I am that old to remember the show. And with that, on behalf of the entire team, thank you so much for joining our news weekend. I'm Danielle Miller. But before we go, be sure to stick with the channel you trust for the next half hour as we join Jasmine Brown and meteorologist Greg Thompson for the latest edition of Storm Navigator, which starts right now.